What is up, everybody? It's your boy Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns coming at you with another video and another movie review. Today, we are going to be reviewing and spoiling the new Brad Pitt movie, F1. Saw it recently. This review is going to be a few weeks delayed because of my schedule, but it is what it is. We are getting to it. This review might be on the shorter side because there was a lot of scenes where it was just driving or minimal talking, but we'll see how it is in the end. I'm still going to give you what I have. But with that being said, let's dive right in. F1 spoiler review. If you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. If you haven't seen it, click off, go see the movie, and then come back. I'll still be here. We start off by meeting Sonny Hayes. He's played by this up-and-coming actor that some of you might not have heard of before. His name is Brad Pitt. Again, up-and-coming, under the radar. Many people don't know who he is. And he isn't living his best life, clearly. He's living like an RV. His sink is backed up. He has money issues, clearly, you know? And it's 24 hours till Daytona. Then we go to the race. Beautiful shot of the fireworks going off while Sonny races. Sonny causes the other guy to crash. We have a lot of that in the movie. And the other guy confronts him after, and he goes after Sonny, and he has to be restrained. And Sonny doesn't really bat an eye at first, and you're like, huh, that's really weird. Camera pans down. You see he had a wrench in his hand the whole time, and you're like, oh, that's why he didn't seem too concerned. They win Daytona. Everything's good. He is at some random laundromat because, like I said, his life is just really not that good. And then we meet Ruben, who's having a rough time as well, played by Javier Bardem. And he is $350 million in the hole, and if they don't start winning these F1 races, they're in trouble. And he wants Sonny to come race for him yet again. So then we go to the headquarters of Ruben's team. The F1 headquarters. That's where his team is at. We meet Joshua Pierce, played by Damson Idris, but he seems to be the next up-and-coming big thing in F1. But the only problem is he's a little cocky, and by a little, I mean really cocky. So yeah, the team is having a meeting about how they're going to win, how they're going to stay afloat, and then Sonny walks up, and everyone's like, oh no. And even Joshua was like, who's this old dude? So, a lot of old jokes throughout the movie made from Joshua to Sonny. So, Sonny does a test run, and he's like, listen, if I can't beat Joshua's time, I'm out. You won't have to deal with me, and no problem. He was like the 8th guy Ruben asked, apparently, or 9th, I don't even remember. But he does beat one of Joshua's lapse times. And Joshua is stunned. And Joshua goes over to his mom, and he's like, oh, this dude is like really old. And then eventually she sees a picture of him and she's like, that's who that is? She's like, he's not that old. And she's clearly digging Sonny Hayes. So while Sonny is doing press for F1, there's this one reporter that is digging into him. We find out he has a major gambling problem. He's had 3 marriages, 2 of them ending in divorce. And pretty much Sonny is Ruben's Hail Mary to try and save the team and to stop the board from selling them. There's one board member that's on board with all this. He's like, all right, I like you. I want to see this succeed, but you got to get us some wins. So then Sonny has his first race. Everybody goes, and he waits about 15 seconds, and you're like, uh-oh. He couldn't figure out the car. And it's like, oh, this is a bad look. Some of the team was like, did he do this on purpose? They were wondering if he's trying to sabotage them off the bat. We go to the Silverstone race. It's the battle of last place between Joshua and Sonny, and the fans are going crazy because they're both going at it. They're trying to finish for their team. Neither of them want to lose, and both of them are very, very stubborn, and they both crash. Joshua calls him an old man, asks him if he's losing his hearing because Sonny was supposed to get out of the way so Joshua could pass him. But like I said, Sonny is a very, very stubborn man. Sonny goes out with the team director, the technical director, and she's kind of digging him, but she's also like, you're a jerk, you're a has-been, you might as well have been a never was. And she rips him a new one, and that he's selfish as can be, which, in fairness, she is very, very correct. We go to the next race, and for some reason, Sonny wants cold tires. The team's like, no, we're not doing that. But like I said, Sonny wants what Sonny wants. So Sonny is playing a very dangerous game with the F1 stuff. Now, this is where the movie gets a bit unrealistic, because all of these penalties, I'm not an F1 guy, all these penalties would add up and they would get fines and whatever. If I'm wrong on that, please correct me in the comments. And he's stalling, he's crashing on purpose, but thanks to Sonny, the race ended on the safety car, and Joshua got to finish top 10. They got a point out of it, and it was their first point in God knows how long. Might have been ever, for all I know. So at the race, they show a bunch of F1 guys taking selfies with the fans, walking up. I am not an F1 guy. Not at all. So I'm just like, huh. The only person I knew from that, and I only know this man because he went on Instagram because he was winning every race, Max Verstappen. Otherwise, I have no idea who any of those guys are. So to my F1 fans who saw this movie, I apologize. If you know their names, comment below. Please help me out. But really, no idea. So yeah, Sonny pits during the race, and he's trying to take out Verstappen. And even at one point, the technical director was like, he's going for Verstappen, and it might as well be, team death, like at that point. He doesn't, but he gives Joshua a legit chance to take the lead from Verstappen. And he does, for a split second, until he flips his car over the fence and it bursts into flames. Now, honestly, I thought Joshua was dead in this moment. Sonny stops the car, runs out, drags his body out. He's okay for the most part. Sonny saved his life, but in that moment I was like, oh no. Truthfully, I don't know how Joshua survived that. It was wild to see. So this next scene I didn't really care for, I'll be honest. Joshua's mother is not happy with Sonny's antics and what they're doing to try and get wins. Now, Sonny pretty much saved her son's life. You could think he's dangerous, you could think he's stupid. No problem. But the fact she even wasn't like, thank you for saving my son's life, it was a little weird to me. So I didn't like that part. But, of course, Sonny has a plan. If everybody on the team can contribute a tenth of a second off their time, they will win every single race. This is Plan C. C standing for combat. Combat. They chanted during the movie. It was pretty cool. So we see the results of the next few races. Sonny's finishing top 10 left and right. He's doing great while Joshua's out. And you can tell Joshua is not too happy. He's a little jealous, but he's also happy for his team. And this is what they need. So while everybody thought it was all fine and dandy, the team's doing well, Joshua comes back, and tensions are just as high again. They're crashing each other. They're trying to overtake each other. And Kate, the technical director, has had enough. She calls in Joshua and Sonny to play Texas Hold'em. Whoever gets the higher hand gets to lead the race tomorrow, gets to be the first driver. And if she wins, she gets to pick. Joshua wins, flips over his cards, and we see his hand. And he's like, yeah. Sonny's like, oh, bummer, I didn't win. And we find out Sonny flips the cards over. He had the hand to beat him, but he let the kid take over. And then we go into a little backstory of Sonny. We found out he was going to be the next big thing in F1 until he crashed, and it all got taken away from him. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. We go to the next scene. We get an anonymous, we'll get to that, tip about the car being illegal. And they're like, what? How does this all of a sudden happen? And they have to go back to their old ways before they were winning. And they're like, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. So they crashed the car during the race, and it's messed up. But he gets messed up too. Neck injury, and Ruben walks in and he's reading him all the injury diagnosis, and Sonny's like, wow, start with the good news. And he's like, this is your medical report from 30 years ago. He goes, you shouldn't be racing, and you should have told me. So Ruben is irate with Sonny, and he kicks him off the team. So as Ruben's laying into him, Joshua's outside at the hospital with a present. Joshua walks away, but he still leaves the present there. And then we go to Joshua. He's doing the simulators. He's trying to beat the turn that almost took his life, and he just can't do it. And he's getting frustrated, and yeah. And then we find out earlier, the board member from earlier, he's a real sneaky son of a, He approaches Sonny. He's like, I really didn't like you at first, but he goes, but you're the bad boy, and I think we need one of those. So he approaches Sonny. He's like, I want you to join our team. So he was being a sneaky son of a you-know-what from the jump. And I was like, this dude just looked evil from the jump. I'm not even going to lie to you. So in a very nice, rare moment from Joshua to Sonny, Joshua leads a race, a foot race, before the race. Because that's what Sonny did to get his team inspired before. And they're running, they're like, you see them looking in the distance, and who walks up? It's Sonny. Ruben's like, no, you're done. I'm not letting you back on the team. He's like, I got a waiver from a Tijuana lawyer, which forfeits you from having any problems if I were to die out there. And Ruben is against it, but Ruben's like, okay. And then we find out Sonny is indeed in the race, and we find out the board member's reaction. He's like, what? And Sonny looks at him from the ground. He texts him the middle finger emoji. I'm like, okay, that was well done. We're at the final race, folks. We got about 4 laps left, and Sonny crashes. And just when you think it's over, we get a red flag and a fresh set of tires, and everything is even Stevens, even playing field right now. Sonny opens the door for Joshua to win, and you think it's going to be Joshua's moment. Joshua spins out. And then that opens the door for Sonny. And then in an awesome moment in the movies, Sonny Hayes becomes an F1 champion. The team rejoices. That means Ruben's got at least 3 more years in F1. And we see the plan of the evil board member just blow up in smoke. And he is irate. The other board members are like, well, they got 3 more years and we'll discuss a new plan. If you're still around. You got him, Sonny. But yes, F1 champion, Sonny Hayes. Sonny and Joshua hug. They did it. The company is saved. They're friendly. It's really weird. But they still have that, big brother, little brother moment. Champagne popping, spraying all over. A happy ending for Sonny. Sonny and Kate have a moment, and they say, we'll see each other down the road because they are digging each other. Sonny walks out, and Joshua's like, hey, where you going, old man? Sonny's like, hey, man, it's your team now. He goes, I'll be watching. Not finally see. In the final scene, we see Sonny go out to, the sand dunes or whatever, and he's got a new gig driving monster trucks. And they asked him how much he wanted, and he's like, it's not about the money, it's about the ride. They're like, what? And that was a scene from earlier in the movie from Sonny Hayes. And that's the end of the movie. I can't wait for F1 2.0 Electric Boogaloo. Kidding. Probably not going to... Actually, no. They did say a sequel to F1 is being written. So it's extremely possible that we could get a sequel with Brad Pitt and all that. Wouldn't mind it. 8 out of 10. Solid. It was a little long. That's probably what took it down. And I'm also not an F1 guy. I'm not a racing guy. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Suggest to you to go see it. Even if you're not an F1 fan, go see it for Brad Pitt. He does fantastic in this movie, just like he did in Moneyball. And that is my review of F1, the movie starring Brad Pitt. What did you guys think? Comment below what you thought. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Let me know. I enjoyed it. But while you're here, make sure you go check out my DC fan casting of the Justice League. Make sure you check out our superhero draft, and make sure you check out the Superman and Fantastic Four preview stream. A lot of fun things happening, folks. Even in the YouTube world and my personal life, it's going to be a blast these few weeks. But until next time, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Plenty more content coming, folks. And I am Bobby for Bobby's Breakdowns. and we will see you in the next one. Later.